There was a time when the new gods died, and a new pantheon of gods arose to go to Hollywood, baby! Yeah! Now, for all things comic book related, be sure to subscribe to our channel and check out our Patreon page in the video description below. So I've been pretty excited about the news concerning the upcoming New Gods film. We don't know much yet, but two names are attached to this movie and both have me fairly excited. First of all, award-winning Mr. Miracle writer Tom King will be co-writing this script with Ava DuVernay, who will be directing the film. DuVernay has directed a number of things, but the two that stand out, and the ones I've actually seen, are the films Selma and A Wrinkle in Time. Both are very different movies, not only from each other, but from New Gods content as a whole, so we can't be making too many conclusions about this. But I think it is worth noting that Selma is a far more powerful film that Ava seemed to have a great deal more creative control over, is relevant, and I don't consider A Wrinkle in Time to be a good model for what we could expect out of a New Gods movie, depending on how much Warner Brothers is or isn't going to be directly involved in the creative process of this film. The New Gods themselves are so cool in the potential amount of stories they offer, from the more mind-bending and surreal content in the early Jack Kirby years, to the space adventures featuring completely alien cultures that was often compared to the Star Wars franchise when the movie was first being talked about. Then we have Tom King's take on Mr. Miracle more recently, which was a wonderful mix of reality-bending, violent, and semi-autobiographical content. There are so many cool things that could be done in any New Gods movie that it's hard to make specific predictions, but that also means there aren't many takes on the franchise I wouldn't be excited to see as a big movie. I'm also very confident at this point any ties to other DCEU films are going to be minimal at best. Well, it has been announced that the planned villain for the New Gods film is Darkseid himself. The movie will also feature the female Furies. The involvement of Darkseid, Barda, and the other Furies is a great bit of news, but it does have me wondering a few things. Is this film going to feature Mr. Miracle at all? That doesn't seem clear one way or the other, even though Scott Free, I feel, is a great way to get people introduced to this relatively obscure little corner of the DC universe. And if the movie features Scott, we also have a better idea of what kind of story Tom King is planning, something probably a lot like his Mr. Miracle comic book series. And if so, that's awesome. There are so many scenes in that series I would love to see a live-action version of. But the film as it currently stands is titled New Gods, not Mr. Miracle, implying it will feature characters, story, and a scale beyond a usual Mr. Miracle solo series. I'm not sure what to expect given that, but between the people writing this script, who I think have all the potential in the world, to the very idea of the New Gods becoming more of a household name, I'm more excited for this than any other announced DC film. Tom King's track record as a writer isn't perfect overall, but it is worth noting when it comes to New Gods content, it kind of is perfect. So as long as Warner Brothers isn't going to be meddling in this thing the way they often have in the past, I'm pretty excited about this overall. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep reading comics.